Have two serial killers ever bumped into each other, crossed paths, as they're about to move in on a victim at their own respective crime scenes, whatever the case may be, has always been a question that's boggled my mind, and I had never found any real examples of this. But I think I may have just found the closest example to that exact scenario. So this guy, Oleg Kosarov, I'll attempt that last name, I don't know if that's the exact pronunciation, but this guy was a serial predator, 140 attacks on schoolgirls, children across decades. The attacks would all follow a very similar format. He would usually spot a child going into a building. He would follow them into an elevator and then pull out a knife. And these attacks were really, really messed up. Like there was one where he assaulted a mother in front of the children. There was another one where he followed a group of, I think, 5 children into an elevator, 3 girls, 2 boys, and assaulted all of them. Now the thing is, they could never actually pin a murder on this guy, although he's suspected to have definitely murdered people over that span of his attacks. But whatever the laws are in Russia, this guy would go to prison and would get released, reoffend every single time, right up until the 2010s. Like this guy was active after every single release. But cut back to Oleg's first arrest, which was back in 1995. Similar attacks continued after his arrest, so it couldn't have been him, but they followed the exact same MO. Valery, I don't know, Dayev, I don't know how you pronounce it, but this guy was a copycat. He told many victims that he was Andrei Chikatilo, which if you haven't researched that is one of the worst human beings to ever exist. But Valery would intentionally dress like Oleg with the information that was out there about these attacks, also followed children into elevators, and just happened to also physically resemble him, same size and everything, and for a while the police actually thought it was twin brothers committing these crimes. Flash forward to 1996, a year later, Valery's arrested. The police go back and talk to Oleg, who tells them a very interesting story about one of his hunts where he was tailing this one schoolgirl. He looks over to his side and sees basically the mirror image of himself, guy dressed exactly like him following the exact same girl. The two then apparently caught eyes and decided to abandon ship, backed off this girl. As Oleg put it, he says, quote, "I knew he was the other hunter from the papers." Crazy to think that girl made it into the elevator without ever knowing that these two serial offenders, potential serial killers, were hunting her.